bad. It's
All views expressed by the hosts and guests in this podcast are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of their respective employers. Guests and hosts may maintain positions in the assets discussed in this podcast. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and nothing in the podcast is intended to be financial, legal, or even life advice. GM, everybody. We are recording this on, what is this, like the 27th? So ETH Denver is still going on. Lambo is still recovering from Hong Kong, and I think the market is also sad with us. Anyway, yeah, I think it's been a while since we actually record like a timely episode. So I want to use this time to, I guess, kind of chat with you about like where we are in the market. What are you thinking? Do you think we still have like one final leg left, or should we just go and touch grass until 2027? What's your plan?
Okay. First thing, I am actually buying Bitcoin now.
Just
not
Bitcoin.
a huge, just Bitcoin. I did a little bit of very little perk trade just to get my habits on, but it's very tiny size because I haven't perk trade for over 2 years or so, like not including like some easy hedges and stuff like that. But like so this is like untested strategy. So my friend basically say there's a very high correlations between the M2 and Bitcoin with a lagging of around 60 to 90 days. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have the chart set up, but TLDR, I'm going to try this. But according to his chart, it's supposed to pump in the next 3 to 5 days.
According to his chart. I mean, we are bottoming at like 85. So
again,
I
don't know.
Yeah, but I just saw like Arthur Hayes tweeted he thinks it's going to go down to like 73K, but his calls have been okay. You know, like it's not like his hit rate has been super amazing, but I think it's definitely, we are more due, like I'm kind of with you, we are more due for a bounce just on Bitcoin. If I have to speculate, we are more due on a bounce rather than like a dump straight to like 73. Yeah, so that's the state of the market, and that's where we are right now. I'm actually going to share my screen. I want to get your opinion on how you're seeing the altcoin market, because I think it's quite GG. But I'm going to start with this actually. This is a very interesting chart from the blog, Tim from the blog. So he's saying that the total crypto market cap, and again, if you're listening to this on Spotify, go to YouTube so you can see everything that we're sharing. It's more interactive that way. He's saying that the total crypto market cap is the same with November 2021. But when you see the chart at a glance, it is not the same. It's off by like a couple 100 million market cap. But what's really happening is basically Bitcoin dominance goes up almost 20%, or it's around 21% actually. So alts have been absolutely butchered in the past like 2 years, even though Bitcoin is going up. And I actually wanna share a couple more charts to kind of get your opinion on it. So this is Total 3, by the way, and Total 3 is crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and ETH. And my oh boy, if you looked at Q4, like Q4 was crazy. This was basically like all of the meme coin and like this, and the start of like Virtual's rally. And then now we're pretty much down from the top. This green candle here that you see, around like this green wick around 1.14 trillion was when actually Trump launched his coin. So it's only been down since then. It's down by like 30% or so. And then last thing I'm going to share is, if you think that's bad, if we look at we'll look at this one. It's the last one. I promise you we're going to stop crying after this. So this is just called others. So this is excluding the top 10. So it's excluding Sol, excluding Bitcoin, ETH, and a bunch of others. Like BNB have also been like performing quite well. And if we exclude the top 10 coins, we're like pretty much at mid 2024 level. So yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm gonna bid some Bitcoin. I don't know about ETH, but I think I'm still very skeptical about alts at this price level. So yeah, I'll pause there, man.
Yeah, I agree with everything you say. I agree with everything you say. That's why I'm only bidding Bitcoin. I mentioned I started perping a little bit again, very very tiny size, only like a few K, just to get my muscle memory back into the game. So
Yeah.
I think like have you been following Kaito and Story Protocol or Bera? Those
Yeah,
type of
they're
like,
all rallying post the dump. Yeah.
so like around 2 months back, net short on like high FTV tokens was the easiest way for traders to make money, right? And right now, longing these kind of low float tokens that is making a scene, it's actually a very good entry as well. So I'm trying to get myself back into the muscle memory mode to trade these things. But like if you look at the charts of these are pretty crazy. Like it's
Wait, can
like
you explain a bit more to the readers like why longing the low floats is a good trade?
this is my personal speculation, right? So the best marketing is actually price. If you
Yes.
were to have some internal buying pressure, you'll get attention. But normally, let's say if the whole market is going up, it would take you a lot more capital to drive up, let's say, volume, price, etc. But when the whole market is going down, and if you're well funded, etc., then it's actually relatively easy to get your market attention on and get all the momentum traders, etc., to come in. And it's a good way to put your token on the map as well, essentially. So I think there are certain projects that are in a good position for people to speculate they are going to do that, or they're actually doing that, essentially.
So price leads to narrative, and you're saying because we're in a relatively slower markets, the volume needed for them to stand out and for them to pump the price is much less, and also because the float is much lower. So they don't need to, like, I guess, taken into account all of these like weird random whales that they don't know, but it's much more controlled basically.
Yes, sir. And I don't know, did you sell your Kaito? But man never sold. I did not sell not even one drop. I staked that, all of it. Y'all tripping, bro. Like, if you guys did your research, all right. So on day one, when the token is listing, for a few B FDV coin, there was only 500K on chain liquidity. And then all the jits were like, oh, I gotta sell. I'm not gonna name, you guys can search, but some top 10 YAP holders were jitting. And like, if you guys research a little bit, right, bro, the founder of Kaito, it's a market maker. Like, he was Citadel. Like, bro, are you really gonna think that he's gonna design a product that has such a good product market fit and that every
It's
DJ
such a
uses
chill.
it just to let the token dump? Nah, he let the jits out. Listing came in, pow, pow, and then the price just went all-time high yesterday. Bro, I'm
Wait,
telling you, man.
wait. I'm actually very curious on one thing, and this is maybe too detailed in like mechanics and stuff. But you just said something very like interesting, man. On chain liquidity only 500K, right? Do you think that's how people? I guess that's how projects. I don't want to say it as how I say it, but like if they're not, if the DEX liquidity is 500K, but the CX liquidity is like multi millions, does that mean it's easier for them to market the price, right? Because you need a lot less liquidity on DEXs, and then the CX can just
Hold
arbit.
up, hold up. Let's not go into that much detail. But like a few hours ago, Kaito hit all-time high. I'm happy. Man. I feel like a pussy for not adding spots, but okay, let's share about I'm just gonna share about my personal strategies
Yep.
in managing airdrops or let's say checking out stuff. So without naming projects, the tendency of a lot of projects that with some airdrop, what they do is they launch their DEX or the token a few like 15 minutes or something earlier randomly on DEX. So you
Yeah.
can see the
Yeah.
token float going on market before the centralized listing. I think that's a design strategy personally, because the toxic airdrop hunters, which I got nothing against them, but let's say the people that who wants to sell, the ones we'll be monitoring very closely. And by having a thinner liquidity or more control liquidity for them to sell, it's actually easier to manage them that way, in my opinion. And I think with a few coins, like I've monitored like a few coins for the past 6 months that did the same strategy where they either launch dexes early or they have like very concentrated liquidity on dex first, let them dump, and then somehow people start buying afterwards, or the listing comes afterwards, or some bullish news come afterwards to stack it up. So if I believe in the project, or if I believe in the project, let's say 60 or 70%, I'm not like the first line jitter typically in general. So like
Got it.
but that's the little things that I like to see. And then I was lucky that after seeing DeFi Menstrual's tweets, I was like, all right, let me buy a little bit of spots as well as it dumps, because again, I like to bet on trend changing things, and I feel like Kaito is one of them. So I bet a little bit, but not its size, and not because it's actually quite expensive. Like the FTV, the upside is not that crazily high, right? So
even like 2x or 3x already crazy. Yeah,
exactly right. And to be honest, like most let's say tool based tokens are not on the market. Like top 100 market cap, I don't think you can find one that is like a tool based token so far. Even though they're in a unique position, but maybe.
Yeah, no, like I think that's good. It's really, I think what you just described is really like the game theory of low float, newly launched airdrop token, right? Because it's, I mean, like you can argue that Bera was just like bad timing, but now Bera is also like performing, right? Same with Story. So it's like it's like, how do you read between the lines amongst all of these actors, and like what's their interest, and how do you maximize the short term trade out of it?
Like so. Okay, so I don't sell my airdrop in general quickly, other than like pure Fox. Anything new or any sort of product market fit from just using the product or the token, whatever, I tend to not sell it, just because I don't know, I have some hope. But yeah, I wish I sold more of my Starknet though. But yeah, so
God, yeah.
But yeah, another trend I've been seeing is that BNB, bro, BNB. I've been saying about BNB for so long. Do you know what just got? Yeah, do you know what just got listed on Binance around 30 minutes ago or 1 hour ago?
No. What is it?
My shell, my bag, my shell. Let's go. It just got listed, like literally like an hour ago. Like again, tiny size, because like in this market, I only want to bet on things that is like heavily. So my strategy is still like yield farm plus bet on things that can 10x at least.
Yep.
But I'm doing like very tiny size just to train my muscle memory for small things. But yeah, my share is one of them that's pretty good. And I think the next play is to continue to find things that might get listed on Binance. And I still think there's like a pump. Like I don't know, do you forget like Thena, the VE33 Dex, or and I think my shell actually has a very good product. Not enough speculation, but like the product is actually good as well. But yeah, I wish I longed more. But yeah, so these are some small things that I'm looking at the market right now.
I think what you're doing is a smart move, and again, like I don't want to sound like one of those podcasts in which I just agree with you all the time. So I'm probably gonna
jerk me off, baby. Jerk me off.
Bro, I'm probably gonna say one thing. It's like when you say small size, it's smart, because I think at any moment any of those can just dump 50%. If that's the case, if it's like small size, we could just double it down. It's not hard.
Double down the winner.
But if you literally like bid now and you got right, because again, I'm all for bidding now for majors. Like I think it's so good to bid at this level for majors. I'm probably gonna just say it out there, but I still don't see where the new money is going to come to buy alts. That's where I'm a little bit concerned. So I see all of alts right now as just like, it's a trade, right? It's a very short-term trade. But like for major bags, I think it's good to start accumulating. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I know my strength, right? I'm not the top TA trading person. I'm not like the guy that can do 20x leverage and do well. Like I'm a gem hunter. I'm finding small products or product market fit before the people are predicting trends, and yeah, so that's just my strategy. Hey, got it. So,
what up?
Do you want to share me something about that MSTR thing that you were sending me earlier? I actually want to know.
Yeah. No, I mean, so I let me see if I can pull up the tweet. Just to be fully candid. And we'll fast forward this. I need to find the fucking tweet. Give it a minute. There we go.
You are not well
I hit
prepared.
Bro, I am prepared. Okay. Okay. So MSTR, right? Basically, I was just looking at this on the timeline, and the TLDR is just a couple days ago before we record this pod. So this is Feb 27th. Just a couple days ago, MicroStrategy, or now just called Strategy, did another 2 billion worth of convertible bonds to basically buy more Bitcoin, right? And then like price just dumps post the announcement because everybody was like, oh, it turns out it was Michael Saylor who was buying in the past couple of weeks, as always. But then I saw a lot of discussions around when are they, or is it possible for MicroStrategy to get liquidated? Because if that's the case, it might actually like be a very, very bad thing. Because why? Because the NAV to premium. So I'm probably gonna go here. Editor, you can fast forward. Editor, you can fast forward. The NAV to premium has fallen off the cliff. So friend here is Rex GG, right? Have written that now you can see, because like the basically the stock price of MicroStrategy in the past couple of months, or maybe in the past year, has been on a premium in comparison to how much Bitcoin it holds at its like treasury. So if, like at the peak in November of 2024, it was valued almost like 3.5 times of how much Bitcoin it actually holds, and now it's like basically back down. And a lot of people are scared. What does this mean? Can we see like liquidation and so on? And the TLDR, man, you don't have to worry until 2028. Like I hope there's something like
damn,
Damn,
shut up. All right, move on. 2020, I'll be out of crypto, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna bother you. But like for like a lot of people who are like wondering about the same thing, basically you don't have to worry until 2028. That's like when if the price of Bitcoin falls super low, like below 25k or below 20k or something crazy like that, then there might be a concern. But they can easily just issue more debt to pay for that. They can issue more stock to pay for that debt. Okay, but that's like the Armageddon scenario. Like it has to fall down that low, and it has to stay there for like at least 1 or 2 years. So I think in the next few years, Michael Saylor is still continue, just gonna be like, maybe he'll own like 10 freaking percent of the supply or something like that. But there's actually nothing to worry about in the short term.
All right, cool. So,
okay, yeah,
what have you been playing on chain?
I was just gonna ask you because I need your tips on this. The market is all bad, so it's time to go back to farming. And you are the number one KOL.
Would you like to use my referral code to feed my village, sir?
I think I might have used yours. So can you tell me more about it?
You do realize I can track you, right? But yeah. All right. Okay. So I'm doing a few things. If you're looking for yield right now, I would suggest you to look into. If you're looking for yield, and you don't mind being slightly more active, I would suggest you look into. I don't know how to say this. Like literally, I feel like all these like protocols just say
Pause.
Asian.
Your screen is so small somehow. Maybe you can send the link to me if it's hard.
How?
It's because of your ultra wide, bro. So the app got confused.
My bad. Yeah, I
No,
can't.
okay,
It doesn't give me the option.
No worries. Just send it to me. I'm opening it now. Roll it back. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep.
So yeah, bro, to be honest, I've been using this lending market for a very long time. I still don't know what you call it. Like I feel like they just hate Asian. Like I just call it the itch whatever lawn thing. But yeah, sure.
It's the echelon market, bro. But okay.
Yeah, okay. So if you zoned in, USDE is actually at 45% APR lending.
Wow.
Top.
Wow.
Why? It's because you can
Ooh.
get first you get the initial the baseline staking of Athena. Then you get like the yield from APT, which is like basically free money, and also I think like Aptos are basically doing the playbook what Sway did like a few months back, like which they're pumping
Yeah.
tons of incentives on chains, and then like but yeah, yeah.
So
So
this
I
is
think this.
just a quick question, man. So you have to mint USDE on Aptos for this. It's fairly new, right?
If you have read my tweet and used my referral link, you would know you can go to Stargate. You go to Stargate, links in below. You go Stargate, you can transfer your USDE, your
Uh-huh.
SUSDE from ETH to Aptos. So the cheapest way if you don't have USDE right now is you go to Bybit or wherever's exchange to buy it cheaply or just buy it on chain, and then you go to
Mhm.
Athena to stake it, and then use Stargate as the bridge over and enjoy this 45% APR. Feel free to use the Lambro referral link to feed my village, please. Thank you, bro. Okay. The second one, if you have slightly more hopium, which I do, is ethereal. Ethereal. Like I don't even know how to say all these things. 1 second, Marco, please. Sorry, I'm
Edit
a little bit
there.
hyper.
Editor. No, it's okay. Like
No,
editor,
no, no,
fast
no. I
forward.
send I sent you the link
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
of that place.
Okay, okay. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. I don't want to show my points, so give me 1 second.
Yeah, just use another browser.
Yeah. Or I'll
Did
just
you
I'll
really
just
use my
I'll just
code?
disconnect.
Did you
I
really
think
use my
so.
code?
I think so.
How much did you
Did
put
I
in?
not? Only like 35 or something. Yeah. Uh,
Oh, did you put yesterday?
I'm. I think so. Yeah, yeah. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not aware. Like, I mean, it's my public account. It's like my last name dot .e, so like everybody knows about it. So yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Continue.
okay. Ethereal. TLDR. If you've read my tweet a long time yesterday, it's basic. So I aped around 150K in this. The story is that it is the perk dex incubated by Athena Labs. Why do I like it? First, Athena Labs has proven to be a good execution. Obviously, all the
Yep.
connection, blah blah blah. But actually, their business model is funding rate up, right? So naturally, it has a lot of trading volume. And imagine if there's a perk dex that allow you to earn yield on top to use that to go trade on success. So TLDR, proven team, proven strategy, a lot of synergy between projects, and I missed out on hype, and I'm trying to get on the next hype
Yeah.
airdrop basically. So yeah, why now? Why I think still a good farm, and why I put 150K in this is because the campaign snapshot should be in May 2025. Currently only sitting at 750 mil 750 mil TVL. I can pull out any time, so it's okay. I get daily points plus ENA points,
Mm.
which is good on top. And the good thing about this is that because this is the initial snapshot, right? That means you can earn the points without doing all those trading, without doing sort of
Yeah.
PTYT, all those other things. And if the snapshot is taken for season 0, that means like but it's just easy farm, right? Compared to other people where you can do a lot of complicated stuff and you might get diluted. So that's why I think this is something good. So right now I'm doing some on the Ichilon market to get some yield, and then to put some here to earn something. But if you were to put your USDE into Ethereal, essentially you're giving up on that 9% or 10% yield on
Yeah.
your stake here right now, basically.
Yep. Mhm. Yeah, so like you would get the 30 times booster for like ENA, if you're still want to participate in that. But I think yeah, like this is more of a it's speculating on the value of like ethereal points itself, and like just to again like maybe bias, right? Because we like primitive back Athena, but I do think that uh, how would I say this? I think all of new perp dexes would need to come up with a new way to get money into their ecosystem, and many of them are like attached to a newly soon to be launched chains, which I think is actually hard. Like the reason why hyperliquid like succeeded, one of the reasons is also because like it's its own main character, right? As in like it's not like an exchange specific perp dex. They don't have that like exclusivity. They're like, oh yeah, it's just like from ARP. You just come here and you can do whatever you want. And I think Ethena, with a head start of like what 6 billion of like supply in USDE, should be a strong contender just to either be a beta or like be the next at least like 1 or 2 billion FDV perp dex. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, bro. You kept shilling Athena. Why don't you leak me any alpha? How's their? How's their? How's their? I think they're doing everywhere as a chain and stuff, right? What's up?
I cannot say much, man. I think it's all still in the works.
I'm gonna quit now. I'm gonna quit. Like fuck this podcast. All right, hey, how about this? Invite someone invite someone from their from the team, and then we'll grill. I'll be the asshole to grill it out.
Sure. Actually, yeah. Let's, folks, stay tuned, folks.
Okay. I'm doing some stuff on
Okay.
Sonic and Bera right now as well. But it might be too much for this episode. I want to keep this short and happy. But TLDR Sonic, it's good, but it's a lot of points. But I think the points doesn't worth as much as Ethereal, and you might as well get some real yield on there. On the Ethelon or whatever thing. It's a lot of wrapper on wrapper on wrapper. I don't think it's good bet. Then the Bera chain one, it's good, but it's around 20 to 30% APR. You might as well do that. But it's likely more sustainable than the Aptos incentive one. So if you want to just get your muscle memory going, then might as well just have some bit on there as well. But maybe I'll do a quick episode of Marco just to go through some steps to share. Let me know what's up. If you want to see that, do some comments below, please.
Last question. What's the takeaway of the conference? Are you bullish or bearish?
Ah, man. Actually, do you want to share yours first? How was yours?
Oh man. I am not too bullish on the private markets. Yeah, that's it. I think that's the short.
Why?
I'm not too bullish.
Because no deals or too many people, or like why?
Deals are very bifurcated. Like the top deals are still super expensive and just getting bid by all of the tier one funds, and then everything else is not getting funded. And also, I think like the sex listing pump is weaker and weaker. So I think I don't know what that means, but I think we need some time to like wash out. It's almost like how there was like too much coin in 2021, so like they have to get all of the floats to like sell first, and then 4 years after that, like Aave, pretty much all of the float is out there, and so it could pump. I feel like we need to see something like that. Yeah.
So my key takeaway from Hong Kong is first, the drinks that we hosted for that chosen 30 people was lit. Food was good, alcohol was good. Whoever didn't come or whoever got rejected, unlucky for you, bro. So my key takeaway. So I hung out with like traders, KOLs, more on that side. I feel like no one knows what's the next narrative. Like typically someone will shield you, right? But this time everyone is like casually talking. No one's like, bro, trust me, man, this is gonna work out. Yeah. But everyone's just talking about what's the next crime fry, what's the next low float, and then it's pretty sad. I got a little bit bullish on Hyperliquid and Jupiter ecosystem actually. But again, with this choppy market, might not bid. And laughing at people who jitted Kaito, and that was basically, yeah. I think the summary of the events was basically like it's hard for people to believe in something other than crime right now.
One small thing that I'm going to brush your feather with is that I've been speaking to a lot of VCs. A lot of them think that KOL hierarchy is now higher, like as in like it's much more powerful. As in like it's much more powerful to be a KOL. Like we have again, I don't want to say any names, but like we are looking around at just sort of like the state of like junior people at like VCs and funds, stuff like that, and it's like basically it's there's so much more EV positive for people to be KOL, and I think Kaito also drives that, right? So that's why like I was saying like the tier 3 venture fund that raised like 10 to 30 million outside money, a bad timing. I think those are all going to get replaced by KOLs and Echo. Like the big funds are going to be there, but like the 15 million outside money, raised in 2024, the wrong time, like they're just gonna get replaced. Yeah.
The thing is, like, I don't like the term. Let's just put it this way. I think KOL is an overused term because, like loud people on Twitter, there are people
Yeah.
that who are dumb. There are people who are funny. There are people that
Yeah.
has some insight and some humor. And I think there's a big differentiator in them. But I agree. Like in general, like there there's a lot of people that would do things for randomly just because of some good tweets that they've done. But yeah, it's just putting yourself out there, right? Like you're a
Yep.
LinkedIn KOL basically.
I'm a boomer KOL. But yeah, man, that's all that I have. So maybe we can keep it short and sweet. Let's
Wrap it up here
let's
today.
see you guys next. Yeah.
Safe.
Cheers. Bye bye.